Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today we are talking about Dr. Stone, Season 2, Episode 7, or Dr. Stone the Stone Wars, Season 2, Episode 7. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't jump scare you, as I like to do in most of my videos with my announcement, the reason is because I am severely pissed off because I just recorded all of my Dr. Stone review, Episode 7, and all of my Promised Neverland review, to find out that after I rendered my first video completely, there was no audio. So I am not happy. I am redoing this video, so if I sound annoyed throughout it, I apologize in advance, but I am not going to re-record either one of them with my face and my lights, because I have to charge batteries on one of my lights right now. So you are going to see 3 pictures throughout the course of this video. That's what you're getting. So if you want to put this in the background, use it as like a podcast, you are more than welcome to. Because you're not going to see my bright and beautiful face and my reactions and things and such. I am going to now try to jumpstart getting on using that GoPro Hero 8, because this is the second time this has happened to me, and it's bad enough when it happens with one video, but when it happens with 2, you're just freaking miserable. So let's get right into it. We start off this episode with Gen, trying to be Lillian, or getting trained by Nikki as Lillian in order to have more and more of Tsukasa's men join Senku's forces. So that's where we're at there. So, Nikki trained him up pretty good, so that way he can sway a lot of people to join the forces. So we don't know exactly how many of Tsukasa's forces are now on Senku's side, but we can assume that probably at least 1/4 of them are now going to fight with Senku. We learn that Ukyo is now pretty much on Senku's side, so we earn a new person. We got a new person with super hearing. He's going to be a very good ally, very good asset in joining Senku's army. We learn that he is actually the one that gave Chrome the battery, because Taiju and Yuzuria were both tasked with doing different things, so it couldn't have been Yuzuria. I think Taiju was just ruled out altogether, and then we actually learn what Yuzuria is doing, so we know that it's not actually her. So what Yuzuria actually is doing in the process is, and what Ukyo finds out that she is doing in the process, is she is gathering all of the pieces of the people that Tsukasa killed and trying to glue them back together with some sort of glue that I'm guessing Senku taught her how to make with the plants and objects around her. So that is nice to see that she is trying to save these people, because Senku is under the impression that as long as you have all the pieces, put them back together before you repetrify them, they are good to go. They are going to be an actual human being again, and you won't have to worry about anything else other than that, because you got all the pieces together. And Ukyo, when he was revived, he watched and witnessed Tsukasa killing all of these people. And he is only loyal to Tsukasa out of fear, we learn. He is definitely kind of a coward. He admits that he is a coward, even though he doesn't seem like a coward to me whatsoever, fighting these people. Kind of sneaking around Tsukasa's empire, giving Chrome the battery, allowing him to escape. And he witnesses him do this, and he kind of made it in his mind, knowing that Tsukasa could kill him at any moment he wanted to, that they're not actual people. That Big Whoop, they're statues, they're already dead anyway. Most of them aren't going to get revived. We can't, it's impossible to revive everybody. And, who cares? Who really cares? I'll just suck it up and deal with it. But then when he realizes that Taiju and Yuzuria are most likely doing something for Senku, and that, Yuzuria is not only a master sewer, we learn, because everybody thinks that she's sewing clothes the entire day, because everybody needs clothes, obviously, more to stay warm in winter than anything. And she is a master sewer and can make an outfit in like 10 seconds, and then the rest of her time she's spending putting these 3D puzzles back together, putting these people back together, gluing them back together so they can become unpetrified again in the future. and they can become useful to society yet again. So when he finds the cell phone, that he learns that Senku is trying to. I guess he literally is tricking people into believing that Gen is Lilian to win them over, that the United States is going to come. Tsukasa obviously cannot win against a freaking battleship, so no worries there. And that he doesn't want anybody to die. He doesn't want any bloodshed whatsoever, and Senku is all about it, Gen was like, hey, I'm a mentalist. I should be talking to Ukyo about negotiating what he wants. And then Senku's like, nah, what do you want? I can probably give it to you. I thought that was pretty funny in the episode as well. So Ukyo's like, yeah, I don't want to see anybody die. I want to be able to save everybody. And that was Senku's idea anyway. He was like, we don't really want bloodshed, as limited as possible. And now it's just a confirmation that he is going to not hurt anybody whatsoever. So we update the tank yet again after this conversation with Ukyo, and Ukyo is now going to join Senku's side as well. The process, and Senku's idea is to use the tank, take it to the revival cave, and he is going to one-shot everybody. Like, not literally hit them, but, he's going to shoot a bullet out of this tank, make everybody think he has an operational tank, scare them into thinking that they are not going to win, and basically say, join us or die. I think that's going to be kind of the scenario on how that plays out. But the thing is, he literally only has one shot. So he's going to use steam power to inflate an animal bladder to the point where the animal bladder pops with steam, causing pressure, shooting the bullet out of the barrel, and scaring everybody that is around and defending the Miracle Cave, Revival Cave, whatever you want to call it. And in that 20 seconds, he needs to convince all of these people that he has a serious weapon, even though they are outnumbered. We don't know how badly they're outnumbered, but we know they are outnumbered. And he needs to convince everybody to join him. And that's probably what's going to happen next episode. We're going to shoot the cannon off. And it looks like a cannon. It's like a cannon out of tank. It's basically a cannon. And scare everybody into doing their bidding. We also get at the end of this episode, Tsukasa found the cell phone finally. It took him a while, but the reason he found the cell phone was because of Yo. So Yo was like, hey, to his men, blame everything on me. Tell him I jumped off the waterfall. I'm actually just going to run away. Here's my eyepiece. He took his stone piece off of his eye, gave it to his men, told him that he jumped off the waterfall and died, and Tsukasa wanted to bury it to pay respects to him. He also mentioned the names of the other men that he died, so he definitely has respect for his men. So Tsukasa, I mean, as evil as he seems, he is definitely a strong leader and actually cares about the people that are around him. This also comes up in conversation with Ukyo and Senku about the poison gas. Senku, he's like, you didn't actually do that, did you? And he was like, no, that was just Mother Nature. That was Hoga's fault for telling them to keep going. We didn't actually kill those people. Your men killed those people. And that is what ultimately led to Ukyo kind of agreeing, under the condition that nobody else dies, that he will join Senku in the Kingdom of Science. What I think is going to happen with Yo, I think he's just going to pop up, try to check out, run into Senku's army, see what's happening with the Kingdom of Science and kind of join up with them, because now he failed Tsukasa, so he wants to be useful to somebody else. And he's an interesting character. He wants his harem. Senku's got some pretty ladies to offer, so I don't think it'll be that hard to win him over. He doesn't seem like he's massively loyal to anybody at any point in time anyway. So that's where we're at, and we end with Tsukasa paying his respects to the fallen warriors with Hoga, and then he's digging to bury this piece of Yo, and that's when he finds the cell phone and gets very concerned. So I think now that he knows there's a cell phone, there's probably going to be some sort of conversation between Senku and Tsukasa before the battle actually takes part. Or maybe Senku and one of the other villagers, or Taiju and Yuzuria. At this point, Taiju and Yuzuria are out of there anyway. They are safe, so that note is no longer relevant. Tsukasa doesn't know, who is on Senku's side from within his army. He already knew Taiju and Yuzuria were from the start. He didn't realize that Taiju and Yuzuria realized that Senku was still alive. And he didn't tell them, obviously, either. But now he knows. They knew he was still alive, so he's going to be looking for them. But they're gone. Taiju tries to run. He's like, Senku! Tries to give him a hug. Senku dodges it fairly quickly. gets out of the way, and they're both safe though. So that's the important part. Yuzuri and Taiju are both out of there. They're both safe. And Tsukasa knows that there's a cell phone. So I think there's going to be some sort of, dialogue between the two of them before anything actually takes place, before anything goes on, before the fighting actually begins. But I do expect to see fighting next episode. I can almost 100% guarantee you there's going to be some sort of fighting next episode. Overall, we'll give this a 7 out of 10. Pretty good episode. Could have been a little bit better, but decent overall. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below. Most of my videos are not just going to have 3 pictures, but this one does because of my annoyance. Promise Neverland's probably going to be the same way as well, because I don't feel like setting up my lights, and I have my batteries charging for them. So it is what it is. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.